Wall Street plunges as recession fears grow. New York U.S. stock indexes closed sharply decrease on Thursday in an extensive sell-off as recession fears grew following movements by relevant banks around the world to stamp out growing inflation after the Federal Reserve's biggest fee hike on the grounds that 1994. The benchmark S&P 500 suffered its sixth decline in 7 classes. Stocks had rallied on Wednesday because the Fed added an aggressive 75 basis factor charge hike, as anticipated, to assist the index snap its longest everyday dropping streak considering the fact that early January. But price hikes by means of Switzerland and Britain on Thursday reignited fears that attempts by central banks to curb inflation should result in sharply slower increase international or a recession. That is what people reassessing nowadays. What is the chance of a ability recession, and will company earnings are available wherein analysts' estimates are, or will those get taken down, said Tom Hainlin, global investment strategist at U.S. Bank Wealth Management's Ascent Private Wealth Group in Minneapolis. The Swiss came out and surprised anyone today and stated we are much less concerned about the power of our forex and more concerned about inflation. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 741.46 factors, or 2.42%, to 29,927.07. The S&P 500 lost 123.22 points, or 3.25%, to 3,666.77, and the Nasdaq Composite dropped 453.06 points, or 4.08%, to 10,646.10. Each of the 11 important S&P sectors had been decrease, even though the protective purchaser staples was outperforming the wider market as names like Walmart, General Mills (NYSE), GIS, and Procter & Gamble (NYSE), PG, have been a few of the few advancers as best 14 S&P 500 additives finished better for the session. Growth shares were hit hard with the S&P Boom Index down 3.75% while the Nasdaq Composite saw its fifth decline of 4% or greater because the begin of May. Hopes the Fed may want to engineer a smooth economic landing are fading, and Wells Fargo (NYSE) WFC analysts now see a greater than 50% hazard of a recession. Other banks which have warned of rising recession risks encompass Deutsche Bank (ETR), DBKGN, and Morgan Stanley (NYSE) MS. The benchmark index has slumped about 23% year to date, and these days showed a endure market started on Jan. 3, whilst the Dow Industrials became on the cusp of confirming its personal endure marketplace. The CBOE Volatility Index, additionally called Wall Street's Fear Gauge, rose to barely below the 1-month excessive of 35.05 touched in advance this week. Many analysts are searching out the VIX to attain round 40 as one of the indicators that promoting stress can be accomplishing its apex. Volume on U.S. exchanges become 13.98 billion shares, in comparison with the 12.16 billion common for the total consultation over the last 20 buying and selling days. Declining troubles outnumbered advancers on the NYSE by means of a 7.58 to 1 ratio, on Nasdaq, a 4.48 to 1 ratio preferred decliners. The S&P 500 posted 1 new 52-week excessive and 99 new lows. The Nasdaq Composite recorded 7 new highs and 779 new lows.